So we're live, and we're going to get going with our first match here. On the left, you got Johnny Parsons, and on the right, you've got Matty Chambers. Callum, he's going to be making note of like life points and stuff, what's going on. And they're good to go, yeah? So let's see what's
Game
going
one
on here.
begins.
Game one, first live match. Looks like we're going, and we're live. Once again, thank you to all the guys who stayed with us here. First match. So Matty Chambers starts and he just sets one.
Matty Chambers is piloting the Madolche deck today.
And he starts with a Geargaia Arsenal. Geargaia Arsenal there? He's got?
Yu-G-iOh Arsenal, just tribute straight away. He's not attacking into that.
He's going for a Geargaia armor. Quite tense in here to like first game. There's nobody here, no noise. It's different from the norm, isn't it?
Oh, and an intimidating set 4 by
Oh. So mind controls that. Oh wow. Flips it.
No effect.
No effect. Don't know if you guys can hear what's going on there, but no effect. He flips over. No, he doesn't. He leaves it the set. James thinking about his next play because
you can see his freckled hands. Glistening in the light of the camera.
Matty Chambers.
Every one of his freckles is a kiss from an angel.
Matty Chambers has just said his mum told him they
flipped
had
over
lost
fire
sets.
hand.
It's quite a difficult decision what to do because those 4 back rows are going to be quite the problem for him.
Excuse me.
What's going on the stream chat there? Hey, what's up, Chad? Shout out to Chad Lloyd. Chad is on the stream. Johnny Parsons getting excited. You want to say hi to Chad? And yeah, it was a hand. He not too sure. But he might. It depends on what he's got in his hand. We'll see what happens going forward here. Yeah. So he overlays into. So they got bottomless straight away. What was that? Was that a Rhapsody?
That was a diamond dial.
That's a diamond dial. So he got bottomless straight away.
Doesn't need any excitement. Just a diamond dial.
So
Going to activate a Madolche Shadow.
That's the field spell for those that don't know. What's the effect of it there?
All Madolche monsters gain 500 attack, and when it's activated, you shuffle all Madolche monsters from your graveyard into your deck, and if a Madolche monster would be returned to the deck by an artifact, turn them to the hand.
And what's he just done now there? He summoned a Hoot Cake.
He's normal summoned Hoot Cake, banished his fire hand from grave.
He's adding Madolche ticket, is it? By the looks of it?
Yeah. That is the wind-up factory of the deck. When a Madolche is returned to the deck by hand or deck. You have to search out a Madolche monster. What do you think?
So he's attacked with both of them. So that's going to reduce.
That's going to net him some damage right there.
Yep. That's put him down to 3,000. Johnny Parsons down to 3,900.
But Johnny appears to have drew the Geargaia gear.
And for his Geargaia.
He's very good at drawing gear. He's also very good at drawing Mark II Accelerator.
It's a very good way to end Matty Chambers' turn. So Johnny draws for his turn. He's got a good board. He's got a couple of back rows. He's got the 2 Geargaia guys who are now level 4s. Callum, you need to speak up apparently.
Alright, sorry. I'm sorry, Levi. I'm concentrating on the game too much. You know how I am. It's just like I just want to be as good as you one day. Just I want my nationals top right there.
But right now, the important thing is Johnny. He is he's in a really good position right now. It's just what's his play going to be?
He knows this could be a big turn.
I mean, there is the potential that he could kill him outright in this turn, isn't there? Or is there?
He's only got 2 cards in hand.
It all depends what he does here. Still got normal summon.
Johnny spelling side deck cards.
Johnny's still deciding what he wants to do there. It's quite a difficult decision because what he decides is going to balance this match here. Take his time, but he does need to make a play pretty soon there, otherwise he might get a tiredness warning. This rate. But although it could just be tactical, put Matty off his game a little bit. Have to see what goes on.
Mind games and whatnot.
Be interesting to see what happens, but so Matty, he's overlaid for
Johnny, but being very skill intensive. he makes Gigant.
He's
thinking through all his players and
you
Gigant was the best player.
Well, you got to, but he decided to go for Gigant, using the effect as the Gigant X to get a Geargaia car guy his hand.
Geargaia. Not sure now.
I don't know. I'm not really too good with their names. I know most effects. It's Geargaia Accelerator, I believe.
Got the Mark II. Special summon a Geargaia from grave in defense position. Just special summon the car and overlay.
So
who's making Ragnar Zero. Card that came out in the new set, which is very
good choice, especially with the Chateau. What's Ragnar Zero's effect there?
You detach 1 material, target 1 face of attack position monster. Your opponent controls that's attack is different than its original attack. Destroy it, and if you do, draw 1 card.
And considering they're all boosted up because of the Chateau, he's going to draw a card, gain some advantage out of that.
Yeah, but since Shadow Ragnar Zero does destroy, will get ticket effect to add Angeli to hand, but Ragnar Zero is spell speed 2, so
you can use it in either turn.
You can use it in either player's turn, which will keep Matty at bay.
So there's some attacks going through here.
He's attacking for.
That puts Matt Chambers down to 4,400.
Upstart, drawing a card.
Just played upstart, so Matt Chambers is up to 54. Upstart got him, let him drew, but at the cost of giving the opponent 1,000 there.
Matty has he's got an Angeli kick and a messenger lotto in hand that we know. Got a Chateau and a ticket on board.
Really
Johnny has very intimidating, very strong 4 back rows.
4 back rows with a Gigant, a Mark II? Yu-G-iOh Mark II?
Yes.
And Ragnar Zero. Ragnar Zero still with a material, which is really important. Matt James decides to set 1. Monster and pass. So Johnny Parsons draws now.
No back row from Matty Chambers.
It's it leads you to think that maybe he's got an all monster hand potentially, or maybe he's just saving it. He doesn't want like to be end phased MST potentially. You never know.
I don't think so.
You never know. You never know.
He
might have a whole load of tricks up his sleeve. Not sure yet.
Got his sleeves rolled up though, so
the metaphorical sleeves. Johnny decided to use Gigant's effect there. What's he gonna add? That's the big question. He's used up 3 of his spaces, so there's a potential that he could make another Xyz if he can get 2 more monsters out.
fairly easy because he does have the Mark II on.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just press some in the car.
Mm-hmm.
but you got a Mark II from Grave.
Any normal summons it?
There's some
Arsenal effect sends it to the grave to special summon one from the deck. And it's another armor. Geargaia armors. Overlay. What's it gonna be? Let's have a look. A lot of rank 3 options. Oh, it's a Zetmines. Interesting
I think Johnny's
choice.
going for the defensive player because
I
he is aware that Matty Chambers playing the hand.
I think I would have been more inclined to go with Alucard.
Yeah, but like I said,
if it's a hand, as you said, yeah.
You can't just outright lose because if it's a fire hand, he loses his Ragnarsy. It's just like Matty's got
It's downhill from
an
there.
Angeli and a Hootcake in hand, and there's a Mewfield,
Yeah.
so he would have had Angeli in hand. Johnny did make Zenmain, so
it made sense because he was worried it was a hand. It's probably the correct play there.
he's gonna activate Ragnarsy on summon.
Looks that way. We'll see what happens. Johnny's debating what his play's going to be. Activate Ragnar 0. There's the Angeli, which goes back to the hand. The Chateau's effect, or is it Ticket's effect?
It will go back to the hand due to Shadow's effect, but Ticket will allow him to search for
Another
another Madolche monster.
And it looks like he's added another Angeli there.
Very good card. Lone Fire.
But
Matty's thinking about what he can do because he is on 5,400 life points.
he's got the life point lead here.
Yeah, but
He's got an
he got
intimidating
full
board.
with a bunch of 2 kits.
Yeah, he's got an armor as well. So
And Faze, Matty Chambers has to discard, so discards Angeli.
So Johnny draws, and then he flips the armor for the accelerator. That Ragnar Zero's got no material, so
Johnny thinking through his players, special summon in the racing car. Going for another rank 4, which is Dweller. Playing around the hands, very nice.
Yeah.
Maxi was used by Matty Chambers there.
but I'm not sure it's going to matter too much. Just so you, for those who don't know, the Dweller reason is to put it into the deck. It activates in the grave.
I think Matty Chambers just scooped it up because he knows he lost this game.
Game 1 to Johnny Parsons there. So yeah, for those who don't know, the reason he went for the Dweller there is because the effects of the hands, they activate in the grave, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. And Dweller negates the activation of effects in your opponent's graveyard at the cost of 1 exceed material.
Yep. So
Dweller has been a very good card since it came out. It came out in the set with the Mermails, and
it shut down Mermail.
It shut down Mermails. It was a rank 4 out of the Dragons when those came along, Tachyon Galaxy, and it stayed constant through people's extra decks. It may have fell out of favor a few times, but overall it stayed quite.
Yeah,
it's always been there. It's one of those utility exceeds that can just seal the game.
Yeah, Masorum, sorry about the low voice. We're going to try be quiet so we don't influence the game, but we want it so that you can hear it. Beaky, as I said, he could have had other options in his hand. Wasn't too sure. We can't see the hand. But yeah, it was Dweller.
Side deck going on, as you saw before. Matty Chambers was talking about the best card in the game, XYZ Universe. So
it looks like he might be starting that in today against this. It's a good card against Geargaias.
Yeah, definitely. Of course.
It's Matty Chambers not happy with our commentary.
No, just yours.
He knows the deal. He was discussing it earlier in front of Johnny anyway. But I'm sure Johnny expects lots of people to side that against him anyway. It's the go-to card. In fact, it's Johnny might even side it in himself because it's very good against Madolches themselves.
Yeah, it can. It just it does. Excuse me for that. It can just shut you down. In your place. It's on the differential level of just clearing your opponent's board. Plus, you can get a XYZ monster out of it.
Okay.
I've got to sort on my hair.
So
That's fabulous.
sort it out. So yeah, they finished side decking there. Going into game 2, I would assume Matty would be starting because he lost. It would be his decision though. Interestingly, how do you think that's going to affect things when the new rules come about who gets to start first? And like not being to draw when you start.
I think it will have an impact on the game because a lot of decks do require to go first, and starting with a neg one really doesn't help.
It'll help decks like Infernity though, I assume, who need less cards.
I suppose there's that aspect, but there's also the 6 card is always mad at in every situation. And it's just a shame seeing that. There's been plenty of times when you've just been going against mermaids or something, and they just go off first turn, and you just draw, and the 6 card is warning or
something that you
maxi. It's just like something that could have been cool. But since you don't get that card, it can.
So game 2 starting. Johnny Parsons is 1-0 up right now.
So Matty will go first.
Sets 3 back row and 1 face down to kick things off. Johnny mirrors him almost, but with 1 less in the back row. Bit more conservative with his.
Matty thinking about his players and just passes.
So flip the Geargaia armor. No response by Matty Chambers, which is interesting.
Johnny's setting up the car.
For Geargaia accelerator. Beaky, we'll respond to all of the all you guys on the stream when we get a lull or when it's the end of the game or end of the round there. But for now, he's tributed off his arsenal, which he got off. No, he got a car, so he's bringing out another Geargaia armor. No effects have been activated throughout all of this.
Johnny making the very passive player of just getting out 2 armors.
Going very defensive to begin with, but
he's building up his advantage so he can really put out a big board next turn.
So what's he put out there? He's put an Angeli, which is special summoned off a
Mewfuel. If Johnny doesn't have a If Johnny doesn't have a response, then Matty could be making a big push this turn.
Lots of things that are going on here. Because of the number of back rows, it's quite difficult for Matty to push in.
It's all about the little pushes and everything. Just
try and gain that advantage.
Try get an edge on your opponent,
and push. Get them to force activation and stuff. Waste their resources there. So he used the Angeli to get a hoot cake.
Yeah, and hoot cakes gonna banish Angeli from grave to special Madolche from deck, but Rivalry of Warlords are activated.
And he chains an MST, I assume, to Rivalry, which keeps both of them on the field.
Yeah, and he just
banishing the Angeli there. So what's he got out there?
He's got now a Messenger Lato.
Messenger Lato.
So he will get to search for a Madolche Chateau.
So this is where he's going to look into maybe doing some of his big plays with Xyz stuff.
Yeah.
So this would bring out the MXAB Invoker, wouldn't it?
There's two options. You can.
He's going to play the Chateau first.
Yeah.
Obviously, the better option.
Maybe see if one of his backers is an MST.
He's got quite a few. It's a rank 3 option. He's gone for Levier.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. Then he can get the Angeli and do some more.
Bottomless or
it's
Blackhorn.
Blackhorn of Heaven. Counter-trap.
If Matty Chambers has a wire tap, no wire tap to be seen.
Nothing to counter. It's wasted quite. He's got through quite a lot of Johnny's resources, which is good. It gives Matty an advantage in that aspect. 2 armors, quite difficult to get through, and it's going to gain him some advantage the next turn. But Johnny just deciding on his options at this point in time. And he decides to get a Arsenal. What to his armor there?
You attacked over with Messenger Lato.
Right.
Messenger Lato's on 2-1 because of Shadow, and Johnny's gonna search.
He got a Geargaia Arsenal off that.
Yeah. A questionable play by Matty because
So he flips his other armor there. And he gets a Geargaia Accelerator stand. The Geargaia Accelerator.
So he does have an Arsenal and 2 cards in hand. So
it's Arsenal. It's a Accelerator you got there. So
yeah. So that's a second car.
Second car. So he's going to Xyz here. What's the choice? He's got quite a few choices, and he's gone for... Was that Gigant?
Yeah, which gets black on.
Johnny's decided to...
Normal summon Mark II, the special summon his Arsenal. Gonna Dex in here. Maybe get the Yu-Gi-iOh out attack.
Yeah. Try and cut through some things. I think no matter what he was going to bring out, Matty would have blackhorned it. That's the thing. Because he potentially could have made like an exit on night.
Perhaps.
But I think Johnny was just trying to get that blackhorn out the way, knowing that it was there. So another accelerator out.
Do excuse me for yawning. So he's going to go for a round 3. Alucard.
Alucard, good choice.
Very good for baiting out back row.
Allows him to pop a set card.
Oh, he's just doing the dice roll.
He's just randomly deciding.
It's a XYZ universe.
Wow. It's the universe. Best card in the game, according to Matty Chambers.
Best card in the game, yeah.
Matty Chambers aggravated that his best card was destroyed. And here comes a Ragnar Zero. Is that Ragnar Zero?
Yeah, that is Ragnar Zero.
Again, once again, because Chateau's out, giving the boost to those guys. It's gives Johnny a draw.
Draw could matter. Gonna set 2 back rows.
Once again, he doesn't want to take any risks in case it is a hand there.
Yeah.
Making a smart play. You always got to be wary of the fire hands and the ice hands, because a lot of people try and play it in pretty much anything these days.
Yeah, it's just like you can never really expect anything because you can't just play a 4-card engine. If you don't see that game 1, then you can't just be surprised if you're going for game and you just Alucard a set monster and it turns out to be
Has any
nice.
damage been done this game yet?
No damage. It's all been on defense position monsters and
they've all been
hot by card effects.
Yeah, they've been very cagey about it. Understandably so, you know. For Matty, he's got to win this to basically stay in the game.
It's going to be difficult because he does have that Ragnar Zero and 3 backers on board.
Yeah, Johnny doesn't have to take too many risks there.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so there's about 15 minutes left. So
he's going to summon Firehand and attack the Ragnar Zero, but redeclare to Ghost Trick Alucard. Totally legal move.
Okay.
And he's gonna
So he takes
activate.
100 life points.
He's gonna activate Fire Hands effect,
So
which gets warning.
Matty Chambers takes 100, doesn't he? There, I believe.
200.
200.
Fire Hand is
Puts it
1600
7-8.
attack.
But Johnny Parsons loses 2,000 life points by activating Solemn Warning.
Which will negate his Fire Hands effect.
Puts him at 6,000 life points. Sorry about that, stream.
Matty's looking at his back row card, and it's a Madolche Palooza.
So what does Palooza do there?
Special summon as many Madolche monsters as possible from your hand.
So it's a very good card, but it burns you out.
Yeah.
So he's just activated. He's just trying to. He's contemplating what he wants to do here.
Well, this is in the during the battle phase, or it could be main phase 2.
And then he activates Ragnar Zero on that.
Yeah,
Card
Johnny
account.
gets to draw a card.
Matty decides to go to main phase 2 and set a card.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for
Johnny's
Matty.
gonna summon the arsenal that he searched for the previous turn and fresh summon an armor.
It's not looking too good for Matty. Johnny's got like a massive
he's on the
advantage
back
right now.
He's on the back end.
Things can change pretty quickly. I mean, one soul charge can just swing the game totally in Matty's favour. 3 back row from Johnny though.
I incredibly doubt that Madolche plays Soul Charge.
But they probably don't, but you never
I
know.
greatly doubt that.
You never know. Stranger things have happened.
Matty, protect Soul Charge. Matty's just gonna summon a Mageline. It is on 19 because of Chateau, and add Angeli. And if that Mageline's destroyed, it'll go back to his hand. So infinite Stratoses are pretty nice.
That is pretty nice. Crashing into the Alucard, or attempting to.
Yeah, he's 100 over, so
Alucard would die.
and he'll live. And MST could be chained.
I think Johnny's wondering what he should do here.
He's just letting the
There you
Alucard
go.
down.
So Johnny loses 100 life points, putting him down to 5,900.
Yes. He's just gonna flip armor and
Add a card to his hand. So he has a Geargaia Mark II.
yes.
He must be running. I assume he's got a few targets left. It's he's just digging so he can make sure he gets into those side deck cards.
Yeah, oh backers, because he does have 3 backers right now, but you can never have too much.
Mm-hmm. He's already hit quite a few of his big power traps already. So
Yeah, he's just trying to grind through his cards as quickly as possible to try and end the game as fast as he can, because Matty can be on the back end of a.
Is that what
that,
did he overlay?
that's a dweller.
How did he? Is that?
You
Yeah,
flipped
that's-
armor, search mark 2.
Yeah, I got it. I thought he had the Mark II still out and he overlaid with that, but clearly he didn't.
He activates Dweller effect and attacks over Shadow. Attacks over Mageline.
Mageline goes to the grave. It stays there because of the affected dweller.
Not.
Ice hand dies.
I'm sorry. The Ragnar Zero attacks over the Mageline after activating Dweller,
Mhm.
and then the Dweller hits over the Ice hand. So Matty search Angeli on the last turn, I believe.
He did get an Angeli off the search last time.
So now Matty has to grind through. He's grinded through a Ragnar Zero, and now he has to get through a Dweller.
Not very easy in this situation, especially with
No.
an Angeli in hand.
You can always hope for the top deck Dark Hole.
But was there any life point damage there? There wasn't, because they were both in defense, right?
He would have taken damage off Ragnar Zero attacking over Mageline, which
how
would be
much
500 points of damage.
So Matty Chambers is now down at 7,003. So Matty Chambers just currently thinking on his next play. Not easy.
Matty is thinking through his players, thinking what he can actually do in this situation.
It's not an easy position he's in. Looks like
No, it's definitely not.
He might be thinking about making Xyz play. He's got the
In the
Madolche
fullback
special
row,
fund.
warning is gone, but he just prominently summons an ice hand and sets one back row.
Interesting because there's a dweller there as well.
Back row must be pretty important.
So
Or
that's the ice hand is at 14, is it?
that's the one.
Matty's now at 7,000 life points.
Well, it's a questionable play by Matty. That back row must be.
It must be something really good.
It
Maybe
could be his world famous card.
It could be the Xyz universe.
It could be.
So he's making a Solar Silver Mountain.
So Mountain freezes a back row. So if that was an XYZ universe, he would have activated it on summon. He's just attacking for 18, 17, and 2-4.
So what's that putting him down to?
That puts him down to 1100, I believe.
So Matt Chambers down to 1,100 life points. Down to 11 life points. Matt Chambers. Player 2. So Johnny's still in a good position, but Matty
activates a
Angeli.
ticket and summons Angeli. Johnny now has 5 back rows. He just
And he
activates
plays
Compulse on
compulsory.
summon and he
Matt
knows that's the
Chambers
game.
scoops up. So that's 2-0 to Johnny Parsons there.
And the set was a wiretap.
It was a set wiretap. So Johnny Parsons wins 2-0. So the first live stream match, Johnny Parsons has won.
We know
so,
this.
So the stream, sorry we weren't able to get back to you there. Wanted to commentate it on there.
We're sorry
so
that we did have to.
Swagmaster Ash, shout out to you there. I should have my own song. Thank you very much for suggesting that. And no, I'm not Batman. I'm not. Jared was
You're
supposed to
Batman
be.
gear lover, aren't you?
Yeah, let's go with that. Why not?
Batman versus Superman in the bedroom.
Why not? The next one of these, Beaky, we're not sure when it is just yet. We'll get Susie to come announce it for you.
How did that
later
happen?
on. What the hell have you done?
Sorry, table is.
Sorry, we'll be back in a moment here.
Gihan's gonna go ham. Well, in this short
This is what we
period
get,
in
bunch of
between
idiots.
the next rounds, we're gonna try talk with Johnny-iOh Matty. Gihan's gonna do that while I take a short intermission.
Yeah, no problem here. Johnny. So we're just waiting on Johnny to join us here. So we're gonna get Johnny here quickly for a moment. So Johnny Parsons here, with us, the winner of that match. How did that match go for you? How did you feel about it?
What?
Okay, well, it is better than Madolche. Madolche is, I don't think, well, I don't like Madolche.
You don't like Madolche?
I don't think it's very good. I think Geargaia is just much better at what it does. Like, I mean, if you can get, like, out of the game, like, where you have your setup, Madolche can be very strong, but you have to get out of that setup. Hands are pretty good because I have to play on them constantly. I don't have, like, any, like, direct main deck out, so I don't main prison or anything.
You've literally only got, like, your Ragnar Zero. Oh, that's
I have to play Dweller.
Dwellers, you're out to it, really.
Yeah, which I made both games. So,
Yeah.
Ragnar Zero is the boy who against them, just batters them.
How did you feel about the game, though? Was it...
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I mean... That's so... Game 1, like, I opened really well. I opened Double Gear,
Yeah, it looked like
Arsenal, Mark II, Bottomless, and Wiretap. Like, I mean, at the start when you flipped up Firehand, I was thinking Bottomless, but it wasn't actually that much of a problem. Like, it was actually that would be the problem, if anything. We would still have something to summon to make, so...
Okay, so we've got the pairings here, guys. We're going to have a look at next stream. Also, like, what's your record at the moment there?
3-0 now, I think.
3-0. Okay. Good stuff. Let's have a look. What have we got coming up there?